So I think as I was growing up as a child, there was a lot of curiosity. And I was born in Patiala in Punjab, and then moved to Bengaluru in Karnataka. And as a kid, I had a lot of curiosity about the way things work. And as a part of that curiosity, part of it was scientific, part of it was philosophical, but there was also an economic curiosity and as to how things get priced and why they get priced and how do markets work. So that was a big part of our curiosity, and that's how I entered this world of economics and markets and started looking at that very carefully. Brahm as a word, as a concept, is an inherent part of the philosophy of this region, the spirituality of this region, and Brahm signifies that omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient state of perfection, which is supposed to exist within each one of us. Aham Brahm, the one within us, and the aim, as per a certain philosophy, of is to try and attain Brahm as a lifestyle. And that concept really fascinated me in my travels around the world. I couldn't find another equivalent concept. So I imbibed that as a name for my companies and as a group, that a pursuit of perfection as a way of life. So Kerala has been a great hub for tourism, and it's well known worldwide for enterprise. As you travel the world, you meet some of the most enterprising people coming from this great land. But also, I'm pursuing the Marmic Chikitsa, the Marma as a form of Chikitsa, Ayurveda, and I find that Kerala has made great strides in this art form, Ayurveda, Marma, and also Kalari as a martial art form. I'm very intrigued by. So I think Kerala as a place of health, of wellness, of a thought process, I think has a great future. And I'm very excited, and I hope I can be a part of that. So I have meetings at the CVN School of Kalari, and we are pursuing a collaboration where Brahm and CVN. Brahm is pursuing wellness in many ways all over the world, but I want to take Marma and I want to take Kalari as a serious form of wellness and health and a way of life. In that Brahm lifestyle, I think they have an important role. So I'm very excited about Kerala. I've had experience with manufacturing in Kerala. I also think your titanium reserves in Kerala, because rare earth materials and exotic materials are so important on the planet today. So I see a lot of potential in Kerala from that side also. And generally as a knowledge base, as a cultural base, as a tourist base. So Kerala has immense potential. My focus at this point is primarily in 5 areas. One is material science based high precision manufacturing, especially in exotic materials and related areas, which can be used applications in defense, aerospace, space, mobility, e-mobility, and other exotic applications. So we have been looking at that area very strongly. We also are very excited about agriculture and biosciences. I see food as medicine for the future, extremely important. So we've identified 70 crops that are high in antioxidants, micronutrients and medicinal value. And places like Kerala are a treasure trove of those kind of crops. So whether it is cinnamon or whether it is clove or whether it is a lot of these things are grown, coconuts. So those are very important, and I think that's another focus area for us. That what we eat as humanity, and agriculture around that, and research on developing food as medicine for the future. The next part is lifestyle and how do we live ourselves. So, and how do we organize ourselves in a lifestyle? The socio-economic and lifestyle of each individual. So whether it's hospitality, food and beverage, healthcare, body care, I think there's a huge amount of ancient wisdom in across civilizations such as Kerala, India, Mayan, Korean, Mesopotamian, Egyptian. All these civilizations have a lot of knowledge, and how do we do a modern analysis of all that knowledge and convert it into products and services which will take humanity to the next level of existential experience. And then, of course, investments and finance is is something that is very dear to me, and personally very dear to me. So these are broadly the 5 areas that we're looking and concentrating on, and content is part of that lifestyle vertical. I feel like you need to have a unlimited curiosity in the world to be not only a good investor. Like, being a good investor is one part of it. I give this analogy and this kind of example to people. This is my belief, not that I have any expertise on this, but I felt that India as a country plays cricket, and there are people playing cricket all over the country. But if you watched Tendulkar when he was batting, I was an observer, or before that, the other masters, whether it was Gavaskar or Vishwanath and all those, they had a certain, I would say, a sixth special sense about them when they went about their batting. As they were playing a stroke on the offside, it appeared they had a third eye that told them where third man was or point was, and at the last minute they would angle their bat, and the ball, which a normal player would probably play somewhere into the hands of a fielder, would go to the boundary in their case. So I think when you are looking to become an investor, you should identify and see if you have that sense about investing or markets. Because I don't think, like everything else, like not everyone can be a chef or a master craftsman or a carpenter, and I don't think investing is either meant to be for everyone. So it's important to identify whether you have that basic proficiency as an investor, and once that is clear, then you move forward. So I'll tell you a little more that Brahm Lifestyle is looking at this as a lifestyle, that we help people identify their strong points and their pain points and then concentrate on that. So I think investors, youngsters who want to get into investing, should first do a very frank analysis whether they have the predisposition to be an investor, and that can be, do they have interest in socio-political, economic events around the world, whether they have interest in international affairs, what's happening to the rubber crop in Brazil, or what's happening to coffee in Brazil. I think I misspoke when I said rubber. I said in the equatorial regions, where rubber is grown, what's going on with production and how will that impact the price of rubber, and what's that going to do to a company that is manufacturing tires. I mean, is that something that really interests people? That's something they need to understand. And if they are good at that analysis and that understanding, or on the other hand, if they have a knack for trading markets, if they just can feel it in their stomach about, there's some born traders who just make merry in the trading environment, daily buying, selling, and so the different aspects of investments. You either are a value player who understands the world economics, or you are an inherent trader, or you have a handle on investment banking side, where relationships or creating value through mergers, acquisitions. So you identify the areas of your strength and then expound upon it and develop those well. So that would be my advice to people starting out.